Hi everyone! This is a quick tutorial on setting up your gradebook with a points-based system. This is actually the easiest way to set up your gradebook in T-Learn because all it requires you to do is add your assignments. So if you're in your class and you want to add an assignment, you can go to the particular section, turn editing on, and with this Add Activity or Resource button, just click it and it will bring up your activities panel. Now if this is the first time you've added an assignment or a resource since the new T-Learn update, you won't have this starred tab. It'll start you off with all, but then you can click the stars for the ones you use most frequently and you'll have them saved to your favorites. So I'm just going to add a quick assignment, and this assignment is going to be I guess speaker response. So it shows you different options. This is just the availability. I'm going to turn some of this off so it doesn't get in the way. It will ask you how to submit things, and I'll go over the specifics of all of these options in another video. But what we want to focus on now is this tab that says grade. So if you click this, this gives you a few different options. First of all, it gives you the points, and this is what we want to focus on for setting up a points-based grade system. So this is 100 points right now, but let's say I don't necessarily want it to add that much to the grade. I can make it 30 points. Then you can make sure that it is in the grading method that you want. So if you're using a rubric, it gives you an option for that. It gives you an option for a T-Learn specific type of grading called a grading guide, and symbol grading. I'll go over all of those in another video as well. But for now, we're just going to save and return to course. So there we have our new assignment, and now I want to go take a look at what our gradebook looks like. So I'm going to go up here to the course management button and go to Gradebook Setup under the course settings list. This gives me a look at what my gradebook looks like right now. So I have my different assignments, and over here I have their number of points that they're worth. So I've made all of these in the assignments themselves, and it just automatically adds it to the gradebook. So you can see down here the guest speaker response has added this 30, and then down here the course total brings it up to 680. Now some of you might want to use a specific number rather than just letting it add it all up on its own based on the number of points that you formerly used for an assignment, for example. So if you want to do that, it's easiest to start off with, say, 1,000 points and then divvy it up between those things. But if you have a certain number of points that you definitely want everything to be worth, it can just add it here. But it'll do the calculations for you, for the students, in terms of what percentage of 680, for example, they have. Now, right now, all my gradebook is doing is adding up those number of points. If I wanted, for example, to change that to make it more understandable to students, I can go up here to my overall gradebook folder and hit Edit Settings. And I can change the aggregation. So natural just means it adds up how many points everything is worth. But if you're using weighted mean of grades, that means it's going to average everything out and show it based on the value of 100. So now I have all of these points, but it's going to show their course total out of 100 average. So you have those options available to you. And one extra thing is you can see an extra credit assignment here. If you do give extra credit, then you don't want to use this weighted mean of grades. You might have seen in the last section that I did that this had a little plus sign. When you change it to a weight, it wants you to average everything out, so it took that away, so it thinks it's just 15 points now. So if you're doing extra credit through here and not adding it to an assignment that's already built, then you want to just use the natural aggregation. And it looks like I have to go back in and turn on the extra credit button again, just so they know. And now we have it back. So this is just a quick way of putting together the gradebook if you're using points. It's best with T-Learn to keep it simple. So as you can see, it does still give me the option to weigh things. So even though I have points, it gives me options to say this is 15% of the grade, this is however many percent of the grade, but it's easiest not to mix them. So in the next video, I'll show you how to build your grade book with weights instead of these points here, and keep that nice and simple too. If you have any questions on points-based grading, feel free to get in touch with me at academictechnology@trinity.edu, and I'll be happy to help.